And this video, it might be a bit controversial, okay? Because I'm gonna be exposing the fact that some of the things that I tell you, we're doing bits today. It's doing bits today. Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. I am JC. If you are new here from Just Lost JC here, or whatever. I wear my hair in the middle part so much. Y'all are probably sick of it. I'm sick of it. I do want to start off this video by saying I sell a hair growth oil, so definitely click the link down below. I use my hair growth oil religiously. It's actually funny because I'm going to actually mention that oil within this video, because this video is about the hair growth secrets that I feel that no one wants to let people know because it's not pretty. Sometimes the truth is ugly, okay? It's not what people want to hear. It's not the most eye-catching, eye-popping thing. It's not the most quick fix. We live in a society where people want things quick, fast, in a hurry, easy peasy. Give it to me very simply so that I can execute and get the exact results that you got. And unfortunately, with things like hair growth, as we are all individual human beings, what works for one may not work for another, and what works for another in a certain way may not work the same exact way that it works for them for you. So I wanted to come here and make this video about what I think is a secret to hair growth that no one wants to tell you. But ultimately, what we have is what we are given, and what we're given is what we can work with to make better. So I just wanted to show my own hair here. Some of you, of course, might look up to my hair journey and look up to the things that I've done. And this video, it might be a bit controversial, okay? Because I'm gonna be exposing the fact that some of the things that I tell you, was it good advice? Was it bad advice? I feel like every other day you see something coming out about how this thing, don't do this thing on your natural hair, but it's a thing that you love and do for your hair and you know works for you, or that someone else has told you to do that worked for them, and you get these just conflicting messages and you're like, which one should I follow? This video, I think, is going to simplify things a little bit because we're all in this struggle. Period. So the first thing that I have to start out with that I feel needs to be stressed is that in order for your hair to grow, the biggest secret is to learn your hair. Learn your hair. Now, those of y'all, okay, that went to school, and then those of y'all that finished school, because we're all in different categories here. Whatever the case may be, if you have been to any school, whether it's normal college, whether it was a technical school, whether it was, I don't know, military programs, which to me you're learning. So if you have learned, okay, if you have learned, then you have grown. And if you have learned, you know that learning and growth in a specific field, in a specific department, takes time. And that's the main thing. Time is implied when I say we must learn. Nothing that you're going to learn, and nothing that you're going to learn well, that's for sure, doesn't take time. So the first thing that you need to do is learn your hair. You can log on to YouTube and find 1,000,001 videos that's going to tell you the one thing that you can do to grow your hair. It's growing their hair. You need to learn your hair, and that's going to take time, energy, probably effort, okay? But you need to do it because that's what we do in school, right? Right. And from learning, then we get to the growth. Now, for me, growth means creating a regimen for yourself. A regimen that works for you. Now, I don't think that there's anything wrong, absolutely nothing wrong with going online or talking to someone word of mouth, seeing their hair, asking them what they do. I mean, we do it for skincare. We do it even for studying. When people are doing really well, you can ask them, wait, how do you study for this? And they can give you a breakdown of a study guide. We do it for budgeting. We do it for finance. How do you get your finances in order? How did you get your credit right? Bop, 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 bop. This is what I did. Nothing wrong with getting a general framework from someone else, but in crafting the regimen that works for you, the best way to do that is after you've taken the time to learn your hair. Once you've gone through the learning process, which will include maybe some products, maybe some things that you hated, maybe some techniques that you started incorporating into your hair routine, all those things is in the learning phase. Once you've narrowed all of that down, now we're creating a regimen. Now we're creating a series of steps that you take when you are doing your hair. So I can do a quick breakdown of my regimen. You all that have watched my videos, you know it's a very simple something. My regimen consists of a protective style, specifically 2-strand twists. I do these 2-strand twists on dry hair. I keep the 2-strand twist for about 2 weeks. Then I take out my 2-strand twist, have something that looks like this, a dry 2-strand twist out for a couple days, and then boom. We're washing the hair, detangling the hair, getting it ready to do that cycle all over again. That is my regimen. I settled on a few things. I tried a few things in the beginning when I was trying to figure out my regimen that worked, didn't work. This is the regimen that I've settled on for me at this time. Regimens subject to change, but definitely should come after you have taken the time to learn and know your hair. Another thing that I'm gonna say, I don't know if y'all are gonna wanna hear this, okay? But I'm gonna say it. I would personally say, stick with a general framework of products, okay? Hear me out. The framework of products that you're gonna have is gonna be the bare bones, simple something. The thing that almost everyone can agree that you can have these elements in your hair journey that most people, despite texture, have in their hair care bucket, their basket, whatever you wanna call it. They have these 3 elements. Figuring out that framework and figuring out which one or which specific product in each of the categories you love for yourself. Now, once you get that framework, then we can work on adding and subtracting. So what I would say would be a great framework to start from, very simple something, having a shampoo. That's what you're gonna use to cleanse the hair and cleanse the scalp. Having a conditioner, that's what you're gonna use to put back some of the moisture into your hair that this shampoo would have stripped. You could use a conditioner that you wash out. You could use a deep conditioner, whatever it is, a conditioner. Then I would say some sort of moisturizing agent. This is what you're going to use after you've conditioned your hair. You've come out of the shower, you've come out, and you want to put something back into your hair, almost like a lotion that you use on your skin. That's what I would say are the 3 general frameworks. And then from there, you can start adding and you can start subtracting. Now, this is gonna sound crazy coming from me, I know, because those of you that know this channel know that I focus in on the curly girl method, meaning that I have, since having those 3 things many, many years ago, okay, and some people still have those things and love those things, but me, having switched to the curly girl method, have changed some things around, honey, okay? I personally do not use shampoos in my hair. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it, all right? Okay. But I'm still going to be fair and put that into the 3 that I think are the necessities, because I think everyone can agree that the scalp and the hair has to be cleansed in some fashion. And to me, that's what shampoo in this framework represents. Just a cleansing, just a clearing of the scalp. So to be specific about what it is that I have since removed from my regimen, again, shampoo. No longer use shampoo in my regimen. It doesn't really go with the curly girl method. I also, even before I started hearing about the curly girl method, did not love the squeaky clean feeling that shampoo gave me. So I have removed shampoo clean out of my regimen. Another thing that I have removed, and this I forgot to add in the framework, so you have the shampoo, you have the conditioner, and you have the moisturizing agent. You also need some kind of tool. That is a necessity. I think anyone, no matter the hair texture, has figured out what kind of comb, brush, tool, styling tool, detangling tool situation works for them. That is something that I have also removed. So I used to use combs. A wide tooth comb was the suggested tool for natural hair of my texture and my type. That is what I started off with in the beginning of my journey. Just like with all the other things on the framework, I started off with a wide tooth comb, and I loved it for the time being that I used it. I have since transitioned. It has been almost, what, 5-6 years since I have combed my hair, brushed my hair, because I now use my fingers to detangle. So I have removed the tool or the detangling tool from my regimen personally. And now let's go on to what I've added, okay? And of course, first of all, I'm very curious to know if you guys even agree with that framework that I did, the 3 things. And then if you do, let me know what you have added or subtracted for your hair journey. I think it's useful for other people to hear that this is a build your own adventure situation. Like, you can take many different paths to lead to the same road of healthy hair, okay? I have added a co-wash conditioner. So instead of shampoo, I still believe in the fact that my scalp and my hair has to be cleansed. I just need something a bit less harsh for my specific hair. So I started with a co-wash conditioner. This is something that, you know, is a bit frou-frou. Some people might say, the people that love, the girls and the guys, okay, that love shampoo would say that co-wash conditioner, what even is that? What's the need, what's the necessity? Is I don't need it, I don't like it for my hair, okay? Understandable. That's for you. As for me and my house and my hair that's in this house, I prefer co-wash conditioner. So that's something that I've added. I've also since added a leave-in. Now notice, this was not specified in my original framework. I said some kind of moisturizer. And for some people that might be a hair grease, for some people that might be a hair butter, for some people that might be shea butter, for some people it might be whatever it is, it could be just a cream. For me, I have added leave-in because I have found a leave-in conditioner that I really think is a necessity in the moisturization process of my hair. So I have a leave-in as well as a cream that I like to put on top. Some people do not like leave-in conditioners. Some people don't see the necessity of it. Some people love leave-in conditioners. I'm one of the people that love this specific leave-in conditioner. I don't love leave-in conditioners as a whole. I just really love Giovanni's Direct Weightless leave-in conditioner. You get what I'm saying? Follow? You get what I mean? Okay. And then the last thing that I would say that I've added to my journey that to me makes a huge difference, but again, it may not be useful for you, but for me it is useful, is a hair oil, baby. So you all know here that I made this hair oil. This is the hair oil mixture that I was using even before I started packaging it and selling it. When I had a couple setbacks with my hair breakage, I really wanted my hair to grow back quicker, thicker, faster. So I decided, let me start using an oil on my scalp as well as protective styling for long periodical times, okay? So this was the hair oil that I use, and I continue to use this hair oil. I use it as a sealant on top of my moisturizer as well as on my scalp. Now again, some people say don't use oils and butters. If it doesn't work for you, if you found that your hair works better not using oils and butter, then don't use oils and butters. Don't come and kill yourself. It's not by force. But for those of you guys that do like oils on your scalp, that find that oiling your scalp has been something helpful, then add something like an oil into your regimen. And if you are looking for some sort of a hair growth stimulant oil, then definitely click this link down below and check out my oil. All the ingredients are there. If it's something that would work for you, feel free to purchase it. If it's not, again, it's not by force. Now this part is another one where the girls are fighting. The girls are fighting. The girls get to fighting about some frequency. Chow, 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 chow. This section is about frequency. The frequency at which you do this regimen that you have handcrafted for yourself. That's another thing. So you have everything down pat. You have all the products that you like. You have all the steps that you like. Now you have to figure out how many times you do it. Now, when I was growing up, you told people that you washed your hair once every 2 weeks. Like, I lived in went to a very mixed schools. Oh my God, the white girls, the Asian, they would be like, what? You wash your hair only? Ugh, gross. But then I would hear that they wash their hair like every other day. And I'm like, how do you have time? What? But clearly different hairstyles, different textures, different lifestyles, the frequency at which you wash your hair, the different styles you do when you wash it can determine the frequency at which you wash your hair. So that is for you to decide. I said, don't come up in my business and hear that I'm washing my hair every 2 to 3 weeks and you don't think that's right. You think that the girls should only wash their hair every 2 months. That's your business and it works for your hair. If you're washing your hair once every week, then you have to think about the fact that you have time to wash your hair once every week because it works for you. But for some of us, we can't do that. I can't wash my hair once every week. It's just not gonna work. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense, all right? It just doesn't make sense for me to do certain things, just like it might not make sense for you to do certain things. So just figure out the frequency, and whatever frequency works best for your lifestyle as well as your hair is the right frequency. You don't have to like shove every 2 to 3 weeks down someone's throat. You don't have to shove once a week, once every 2 days, once every 2 months down someone else's throat. What works for you works for you. So determine the frequency at which you find the optimal results, whatever it is that is for you, because results can vary. You know, if results for you means that you don't have an itchy scalp or you don't have any period of itchy scalp, then that might mean you wash it a bit more frequently or a bit less frequency, depending on your products and depending on how your stuff reacts. If results for you means that it's a sustainable lifestyle. It's a sustainable hair journey, something that you could keep up with. And that means that, hey, I can't wash it as often because I want it to be something sustainable. So I'm going to take longer times between washing, but I'm going to really moisturize and really use protective styles so that moisture is sealed in there for long periods of time. That works best for my lifestyle. Then boom, that works best for your lifestyle. If you have hair that you need a wash and go every time because you feel like it just looks better like that, the results for you means just your hair looking better, meaning super shiny or super moisturized or super defined every 3 seconds, then that means maybe you'd have to do a wash and go or wash your hair more often just to get that fresh, washed, bouncy, whatever look that you like. Then that's results for you. Results vary. The importance of the results for you is up to you. And from there you decide the frequency at which you do this great, beautiful hair regimen that you have created by learning your hair and taking the time to do so. Okay. One thing I'm going to throw in here, because we are pretty much done with this video, that I will stand 10 toes down on it being the secret to growing long, natural, healthy hair. And I'm going to say this as a fact. Okay, I'm going to say no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And this is how I feel on period. And if you want to come for me in the comments, you can come for me in the comments. But the secret is, the less you touch your hair, the better. Okay, again, the less you touch your hair, meaning manipulate, meaning style, meaning whatever, the less you, personally you, can touch your hair, depending on what it is you're doing with your hair, is the best it can be. So if the least amount of time that you can touch your hair is every 3 days, and that's the only thing that's going to work for you and your lifestyle and your regimen, then I will fight like hell to make sure you only touch your hair in those 3 days. If the longest you can go without touching your hair is 2 weeks, which is kind of what I can do, then I fight like hell to maintain that 2 weeks of not touching it, because the less you manipulate it, the more you're able to retain length. Everyone's hair is growing. It's just about length retention and figuring out the best method to retain length. And I personally believe the best method to retain length is not to be touching the hair. Leave the hair. Don't be touching the hair, my dear. Leave the hair alone. And that's what I'm going to say. You might not agree with protective styling, but whichever method you come up with to not manipulate and touch your hair for as long as you can possibly pull that off, the better for you. Trust me when I say this. Standing 10 toes down on the ground. Shoddy. Anyway, child, we're going to end the video there. I feel like I got as much as I could out. Hopefully this video was helpful and informative. I really try not to be very descriptive with things. I always say on this channel, I'm showing you what I do. And of course, you can take some of those things, try them out. Please try them out. And if they don't work, please leave them alone. Don't force your hair to like something that my hair likes, because our hair is not the same. But if I can expose you to something different that you never knew was possible to do with hair until it's something that you now try and find out that you love, then of course I love that, because that's what this is all about, sharing and growing. So hopefully this YouTube video did that, you know. I would love to hear your comments down below. Any secrets that you think people should hear, things that you disagree with me on, things that you agree with me on. I just feel like this is a place where people should be able to come, be realistic, be honest, be very honest about what it takes sometimes to get whatever goal it is that you might like in life, but especially taking care of natural hair and doing it the best way that you can. So I'm going to leave you with that. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, you could click the link down below for my hair growth oil. If you're interested in that, you could check out my Instagram. Of course, you know, it's a bit popping these days. You feel me? I try. But yeah, that's it. Bye, guys. Mwah.